Hey, so I'm on camera today. I know, strange. Excuse me. I have been battling a sinus infection, which I've just now realized it's been a sinus infection for the past 2 weeks or so. Probably even longer than that. I did have some stomach upset, so. But anyway, so I'm coughing. So if I cough, I apologize. But I just wanted. Okay, let's make sure I'm not covering the mic. I just want to talk about this really quick. So I'm just sitting here. Oh, by the way, pineapples, honey, and peanut butter is the shit. Okay, it's the shit. If you don't like roasted peanut butter, honey, pineapples, so good. So I was just doing a reflection on my life thus far. I have been so immensely blessed. Um, just in my mind, I keep on just expecting the floor to drop from under me. Like, I cannot shake the feeling of waiting for the floor to drop, waiting for shit to hit the fan, waiting for it all to fall apart and pick up the pieces after. And somehow it always just works out and things keep going. And for example, I think I'm pretty sure I've talked about this. If I haven't, I'll probably put it in the title or something. I don't know. But I got a new car. As you guys know, I've been battling with my old car. It was a Honda Accord 95. Jesus, old car. But that car is good to me. And over the past year, or the past 6 or 7 months or so, but the past years when this whole thing started, it kept on cutting off. Some days it wouldn't start. One day, a few times, a couple of days, it just cut off while I was driving, which is really dangerous. Thank God I was in a parking lot when it cut off. And I was driving around like that for a little while. And it was stressful. And then I had a little birdie, Santa. Little birdie and Santa helped me out a lot and helped me get a car. So I got a car for Christmas. It is another Honda CRV SUV. And I afterwards I felt normally when any regular person gets a car, they're really happy and like, oh, I got a new car. I was happy. Or I should have been happier. But I was happy, but I just felt really guilty and ashamed. Really ashamed more than anything. That Santa had to help me get a car because I couldn't buy it on my own. And already living in my own head of constantly beating myself up all the time and just kind of having it thrown in my face a little bit like, I'm going to help you, but you need to get your shit together, which is not a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing at all. It's true. But it's just, it was like I was already going through a lot internally and it was like double. It's like, damn. So not only am I a failure, but I'm a piece of shit too. That's how I felt. Even though no one said that to me, of course, that's how I felt. And so I haven't had the car for a whole month yet. It'll be a month in a few days. So everything's going great. However, I did have some issues with startup. Again, this is a used car, so it's nowhere near brand new, but it's a really nice car. Um, so I had some issues with startup a few days, and I thought maybe like, dang, maybe the starter's going out. I did have a warranty in place from the place that we bought it, and called them and contact them like, hey, I was having issues with the startup. And it was like maybe there's something going wrong with the starter. He was like, I don't think there's anything wrong with the starter. We checked it and it was fine. We didn't put a new battery in it, so it could be the battery. And I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't consider that. So I went to go get my battery checked, and it is my battery. It's going dead. And I noticed that when I would drive and I would cut on the AC, the lights would dim a little bit. But look, my old car did that with a new battery, so I don't know the difference. It's kind of messed up. But it wasn't like a huge noticeable, like the lights just dimmed so bad that you couldn't see. It's just like a slight, you can tell the lights were dimming a little bit. But again, my old car does that with the new battery, so that battery is pretty new. I don't think it's even been in there. It may have been in there a year. But anyways, so got that checked on, and I'm like, damn, I have to, because as y'all know, right now I'm pretty much freelancing my whole fucking life. Okay, money is coming from wherever I can get it to be able to pay bills and things like that. And I'm like, damn, sure as hell don't have the money to do that right now. So I'm gonna just have to hope for the best on that one. And then Mrs. Claus, or Miss Claus, 'cause she's divorced from Santa, was like, hey, I have some extra money, let's just go ahead and get the battery changed so it's something you don't have to worry about. You can pay me back later. And I'm like, a part of me still feels like crap. It's like I still can't take care of my own shit. And it makes me feel like crap. But then the other part is just still in awe of how immensely blessed I am. Just how the universe, God moves the hearts of those who looks upon those who struggle. And I just don't understand it. I've had that, and then last month I think I talked about this, got a huge blessing where I got money from nowhere. Money from the job before the last job, that they paid out to me. I guess money that they owed me. And I'm like, I mean, last year was a rough year in terms of change, but I literally lived off of the universe last year. Like, I worked probably a total of 5 months last year, like physically worked. As you guys know, I had an injured foot, and so I was getting workers compensation, and I was living off that for like about 5 months, and then I ended up getting a job, and then the last job, so I didn't work that much, and just immensely blessed, and it's like I just I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand why I am so blessed. I see people walk around here struggling to just eat. And I live in a I live in a beautiful house that was gifted to me. I'm driving a car that was gifted to me. And somehow, God knows how, have been able to pay my bills. and live and have the things that I need and want to some extent. And I'm extremely grateful. I just think to myself, why me? Why am I so blessed? Why am I so lucky? And I'm grateful. So that's all I want to talk about. Um, Anything else? I have been back on dating apps. Well, one dating app. Um, Probably not a good idea because really I am not ready for a relationship, but I do want companionship, you know. So I'm gonna set intention for that. It'd be nice to have some companionship. Um, because I feel like I'm not ready for my husband yet. Still, um, because what I want is very specific, and it ain't on dating apps. That's for damn sure. At least I've never seen it. You know, um, the man that's for me is, you know. And I was talking to this guy, and they're like, you know, why are you single? And I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm picky as fuck. I'm extremely picky, and I don't put up with shit like a lot of women do. And I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go. Like, it's not gonna be like, well, you know, if you like, no, look, this is what I expect. This is what I want, and if you can't give me that, then bye. And so I ended up talking to this guy, and during the phone conversation, so I'm trying to get better at being fully honest with myself first when it comes to guys, because sometimes I can feel one way on the inside, like, oh shoot, how did that happen? Did I touch? I think I touched something. Oh, come on, thing. Sorry about that. So, I can be in my head like, this ain't gonna work in my mind, but I still want to talk to them, you know, because something about them interests me. So I'm trying to work on being honest with myself first and then with them and just being able to take that. So, I was talking to one guy who was like, so what do you think? I was like, I think you're a nice guy. I still have some things I want to consider for moving forward with you, but I'll let you know. And I let him know, like, which I think he was a nice guy, but he was very rigid, energetically very rigid. I feel like, honestly, he wants a person in his life, but he wants nothing to change about his life. Like, he wants his life to stay exactly the same, but with a person. And that's not realistic. Like, unless you're willing to change for the person, not change like your entire self, but you do have to change your life, like the structure of your life. When you bring in someone into it, it's not going to stay the same. I don't care who you're with, whether it's someone extremely similar to you or what. It's not going to stay the same, you know. And he was just kind of really resistant, not to me, but just in talking about his life. And he's like, well, you know, I travel, and I, you know, just move here, and I want to, you know, find someone. But I really like how my life is now. Like, you know, people, they, you know, they want to go out, and, you know, he's like, how do you get to know someone when you're going out? And I'm like, well, how the fuck else you supposed to get to know somebody? Like, I'm like, you know, I go out for every meal because I don't really cook, and but it's like, I don't want to go to a restaurant to. It's like, in my mind, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like you want someone to sit on your couch and cuddle with you, but you don't want to invest anything into them. You know what I'm saying? You want a maid. You want a little mouse of a wife who's, yes, dear, and that ain't me. But of course, he was attracted to me because I'm a challenge. So that's a lesson for ladies. Like, don't let these niggas run over you and just be like, oh well. No, fuck that. This is what I want. This is what I expect. And if I don't hear the words that I want to hear, then goodbye. Trust me, there are plenty of men out there. Okay, hun. And regardless of whether you think you look or feel, I promise you, if you're more yourself, you attract more men. And the more I am myself, the more I am open about, you know, who I am, how I look, because people be catfishing. I show the whole full body, okay, half naked body, bikini body. You know what I'm saying? I show the whole body, the rolls, everything. Okay, so you know exactly what you're getting into, and trust me, that deters absolutely nothing. Nothing. Okay, these men love these curves, hun bun. Okay, they love it. But don't put up with no shit. And you like, if I'm talking to a guy and the conversation starts to become all about him, like I feel like I'm asking him all the questions, I'm initiating everything, then goodbye. Okay, a big sign of whether a guy is into you or not, because you always want them to be way more into you than you are into them. Because women give more. I know I give way more than men in general give. But if I, like, oh, you look so handsome, and they're like, thanks, bye. I know that probably sounds so fucking shallow, but you want a guy to be engripped with you. Like, you want them to be like, oh, you're handsome. I really, like your eyes. Or they're like, thank you so much, but you are absolutely gorgeous. I really want to take you out. I just want to get to know you. They're really eager to just get to know you. That's how you want them. If they ain't like that, stop talking to them. Just saying. Um, but yeah, I'm just trying to learn. I feel like every time I online date, I'm learning more about myself, and I tend to, not tend to, I do attract how I'm feeling. I know that for sure. So right now, I feel, which makes sense why I would attract a guy that's closed off, but wants to be around someone. Um, I feel personally like I'm not ready for a full blown relationship, but I want companionship. But I am willing to change pieces of my life and my routine to incorporate someone new into my life. But I just want to, and he was talking about, he's like, these women out here, they just want to go out on a date to get their date itch out, which I'm not gonna lie, I've been guilty of that. But I really do want someone that I can talk to constantly, like we have a good relationship and just enjoy each other's company and things like that. Who wants to date me, and I can be pretty on your arm. Is that bad? Probably. Oh well. Should I feel guilty about that? I don't. Should I feel guilty? I don't. I feel like New York. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all. Excuse me. So that's just extra information. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, for listening, and I will see you in the next video maybe. I've been making a lot of these, but I haven't been posting them because they're really personal. So if you haven't been seeing as many videos, that's why. Or I don't know how YouTube works. Maybe they still notify people when you go live. But a lot of them I have unlisted. So, and YouTube is funny. YouTube think they slick. They have you unlisted, but sometimes I found where I've still seen people come onto my videos, and it's like, that's not unlisted. But anyway, it's a public platform. It's not my platform, so don't put nothing out there that you don't want people to see.